Hello everyone. Sorry that I have to stop the talk due to certain network glitches at my end, which are mostly due to a firewall that was blocking the AirMeet platform. Let me continue my talk through this recorded version. So as I was mentioning that in 5G, the major challenge is that rather than connecting 10 billion humans, that was the objective of the 4G network. Now we need to think of about connecting 500 billion different things, which are over the internet, and they are connecting to the internet for getting their services. So on that aspect, from the human perspective as well, we need to have different kind of OTT media services like Netflix, YouTube, and so on, which generates a huge amount of traffic over the internet. So the real challenge for the 5G network comes from the fact that you need to support precise control over massive number of communication devices while supporting real-time communication over the network. So with this particular backdrop, I mentioned about different applications that might be there over 5G, including the virtual reality, where sitting at your home, you can enjoy a live match, presuming that you are there in the stadium. There can be robotic control. So I will show you certain example about how this robotic control can help, or how 5G can enable precise robotic control. Then we have this drone communication where, say for example, Amazon is planning to deliver their goods to our home over the drones. Then comes the connected cars, where every vehicle is connected to other vehicle, and they are collectively going to take a decision about for safe driving, to take safe maneuvers on top of the road. Smart agriculture, where different kind of sensors and device can give you the real-time information about your crop, or even they can automatically control the crop growing process, like spreading the water, spreading the minerals, everything depending on the requirement. So all these different applications not only require the bandwidth, but rather requires low latency for precise control among different devices, right? So let me share one of my experience in 2019, where I was visiting Seoul in South Korea to SK Telecom, South Korean telecom. So SK Telecom is one of the first telecom operators across the globe who have made 5G public. So in Seoul in 2019, you can buy a 5G phone and experience 5G. So they have a nice booth where they have demonstrated different kind of 5G applications which are possible, or which can change the way or change the our quality of life. So two of the interesting applications I am going to show you. So this left-hand side application, this shows a kind of robotic gate. So what a robotic gate does, that whenever you are standing in front of the gate, it looks into your facial expressions, scan your retina, even scan your voice, and accordingly authorize you. So once it completes the authorize, it opens its gate and starts the lift. So, so here you can see that there needs to be a kind of precise control among different component of this robotic gate. Another application which is a bit interesting, two robotic arms who are going to prepare a coffee for you. So you can just watch the video. You can see that the arms, they take the cup, they put the coffee beans there, put the cup in the coffee machine, start the coffee machine, then waits for the coffee to be prepared. So now they are waiting till the coffee gets prepared. Yeah. So once the coffee gets prepared, they pick it up. Yeah, the white hand picks it up. Put it, and yeah, the black arm push the sugar. And here you see you need a fine-grained coordination between these two arms. Okay, then the black arm take it from the white arm. And put it on the table. Okay, and then finally ring the bell. Well, so this is a kind of interesting applications, right? And these two arms need to coordinate with each other. And if there is a slight delay, just forget about the amount of delay we are experiencing nowadays with the 4G network. But if there is a kind of a small delay, the coordination between the two arms will hamper and they will not be able to complete the job. Okay. So another example I'm going to show you with kinetic control. So here you can see that the control is happening by the movement of the hand. So as you are moving your hand, based on your hand movement, the robotic arm is going to move your hand. So that means you need a coordination between the hand movement of the human and the hand movement of the robotic arm. Well, so there also the information needs to be transferred between different component of the devices in a very precise manner. Okay, so here you can see that the person is moving his hand and this is being tracked in a computer. Certain image processing is being done and the information is sent to this robotic arm, and this robotic arm is accordingly picking up the bottle or doing the task that is being instructed to it. Well, and here all this communication need to be very fast, and the latency between transferring data from one device to another device need to be very low. Well, so bandwidth might not be a major issue here because you are just sending certain command signal, but while sending some command signal, you are actually at the same time whilst that command need to be delivered in real time. Well, so as I was mentioning, that delay requirements need to be too precise. So let us see what are the requirements for a 5G network. Well, so build up a 5G network. As I have mentioned, as I have shown with this video example, that the latency is the primary requirement. Apart from latency, we need to consider the heterogeneity of the device. There are different kind of devices and they need to communicate to each other. Well, it is not only about smartphone that you hold, that need to be communicated over the internet, but here there are multiple things, multiple smart devices that need to talk to each other. Then comes the throughput. The throughput need to be also high, right? Because we are going to have the video communication, transfer of video data from one device to another device. So for such kind of communication, the throughput needs to be high. There need to be massive scale communication. As I have already mentioned, there would be billions of devices, and that billions of devices need to communicate with each other. Well, the network need to be resilient. So when you are talking about the billions of device, this billions of device, certain device might fail. And this failure is not a kind of exception, rather failure becomes a norm here, right? Whenever you are dealing with multiple different devices and large scale devices. And your network should be resilient across this kind of failures or this kind of changes in the communication environment. Then obviously comes about the security. Well, so that is another very important aspect about the 5G network. And finally, the energy. So whenever we are talking about this large number of devices which are there, energy need to be considered. And we are talking about the minor tiny devices, sensors which are mounted on the crop field and so on. So the sensors need to send the data and transfer it, and these sensors are battery operated, right? So your transfer should not take much power, like for scanning for the channel and all those stuffs, because of which the device takes a hell lot of power, right? So energy is another important concern here. Now let us briefly look into the different concepts which have been bring into the 5G network that are different from the 4G network. So first is the air interface. The design of the air interface is completely different. The way we are going to use the frequency band, like there is this new radio concept where we are going to use the millimeter wave frequency for transferring data, for transferring signals. So we are having a new kind of radio interface, radio air interface for supporting the 5G network. Then comes the connectivity among devices. There can be different kind of connectivity among the devices. So for example, the devices can be connected in a multi-op fashion. There might be device-to-device communication where multiple devices are connected to your mobile and your mobile is working like a gateway. There can be relay devices that I am sending data to my mobile. The mobile is sending data to my Alexa, and then the Alexa is connected to internet that is sending the data to the. So there can be multiple different way the network get connected. Then comes the concept of multipath delivery, mesh and multipath that I have already shown you. There comes the concept of content delivery network. Well, so it is something like that. The way we envision the previous internet is like a kind of server client base. So you have a server, you have certain information loaded at the server and the client is going to access that. But 5G is envisioning for a network which is not purely a server client base. Rather, it is the entire network works like a kind of content storage. So you can put any content in the network and you can access it. So for example, whenever we are doing a kind of video communication, directly the video from my machine is getting streamed to your machine. Well, then comes the concept of network slicing. So the idea of network slicing is that the different component of the network will visualize differently, right? So it is, and it actually handles the heterogeneity in the network. So it considers that, well, say for example, in my base station, I can overload multiple different network services. And I can say that, well, for this group of customers, they can get service A, where another group of customers, they can get service B, and both the kind of services are loaded on the same base station, the mobile base station. Then comes the concept of edge computing, right? So the devices that we have in our hand, my smartphone is nothing but a computer. So the computation can run on top of the device and the internet can get benefited from that computation. So the broad idea is that now we are not considering internet as a separate entity from communication. Rather, we are plugging in, or we are connecting computing, communication, storage together and building up a kind of global base where everything can be connected with each other. Now, the different technologies which are being there on top of 5G, which people are envisioning on top of 5G. The first is the software-defined radios. So the radios are not anyway controlled by their hardware or the fixed rules. Rather, they are software controlled. You can dynamically tune the radio. You can have a software program that will control your channel access, that will control in which frequency you are going to transfer and so on. Then comes the concept of network function virtualization, which talks about that, well, we can have a virtual instance of the network. So my network is no way confined within specific devices. Rather, any device having a network connectivity can work like a component in my full network stack. And you can virtually load any services, network services on top of that. Well, and this network function virtualization brings the concept of software-defined networking, which is being prominent with this 5G technology, which brings or which makes network management much more easier. So the network management now is becoming in the hand of the people, where from your home you can just use or issue some kind of commands to control whatever protocol you want to configure at the base station. And finally, the concept of information-centric networking, where your network devices contain information and you are going to fetch the data, fetch the information from there. And different techniques which are actually binding this component together, like the compressed sensing, the network coding, the machine learning, and all these things. So here actually, because of the lack of time and the network glitches that I was facing, I just tried to give you a broad overview about the different concepts which are playing around across these 5G technologies. And let me just show that how with the help of all these technologies, my traditional network gets converted to the 5G network. So in case of traditional network, if you look into its architecture, you have this radio resource set, the base stations. The base stations are connected to the baseband unit that performs the signal processing and all these things, generate the data from the signal, and then connects to the core network. Now with this 5G technology, everything is basically within the cloud. So you do not need a baseband unit connected with the other edge. Rather, you can virtually load a baseband unit on top of a cloud, and that we call as the cloud radio access network. So the same cloud computing platform, it can host the BBU pool, it can host the functionalities of the core network in the form of virtualized network function. So that way the network function virtualization, software-defined networking, that separates out different components of the network architecture, put it on the cloud, make the network more robust, more resilient to failure, and make it more sophisticated to support this massive scale communication that we are envisioning with the help of this 5G technology. So I would like to conclude my talk by showing you a video. So let us see that how this 5G network is envisioning to change the way of our life. So let us just look into this video.
Now, 5G is on. Play ultra fast. Feel the real-time control. Connect everything. 5G will change our lives, industries, and societies. 5G allows you to experience gigabit speed without fiber. Enjoy thrilling moments at home. Combine imagination with reality. Be a part of the breathtaking scene without going there. Take lessons beyond time and space limits. Bring medical treatment to the cutting-edge level. 5G will be the power to pave the way for new industries. Build up millions of connections in factories. Enable real-time control. Automate manufacturing with AI. Accelerate transport speed with less resources. Grow more crops with less soil. 5G will make our society a safer place for everyone. Immediately connect every service in an emergency. Rescue people without human involvement within golden hours. Maintain cities' sustainability by efficient management of public resources. Deliver tons of information. The 5G world responds to every need before you ask. With this fascinating 5G, life will be better, safer, and more efficient. The future is now with Samsung 5G.
Okay, so that's all from my side, and sorry for these network glitches. I expected to share a few more details with you, but because of all these things, I need to cut time. I might not be able to clearly explain some of the concepts that I thought of initially to go a bit details, but hopefully I am able to give you an idea about the broad difference between the 4G network and the 5G network and the application space that we are envisioning for the 5G network with the help of different technologies like network function virtualization, software-defined networking, information-centric networking, and edge computing by combining the machine learning algorithms on top of that. So that way the 5G is will possibly bring more sophistication to our life, and it will possibly make our life better in terms of the technology usage. So that's all from my side. Thank you for attending, and sorry again for the problem that I faced in terms of networking. Hopefully we'll be able to interact sometime soon over physical media platform. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me or drop me an email. My email ID is given here, so you can just drop me an email with your questions. So thank you all, and hope for a success for the webinar.